You know, I know a few things about success and what works. And what works is a commitment to showing up and being there and being the guy of your word. Like looking in somebody's eyes and shaking their hand as opposed to sending them a text message or an email. Now, I know you're all CIO types. I read your magazines. Very exciting. Very exciting. I love the pictures, too. Really nice, good-looking stuff. But here's the deal. You know, in the real world, what really works is when you shake somebody's hands and you look in the soul of their eyes and you can see who they are. And they'll tell you who they are when they look back at you and whether or not it works. And for me, getting to where I am is all about that. It's not about the text message. It's not about the email, unless I'm talking to my 17-year-old daughter. We had a third-year player who was one of the most talented wide receivers in football, but he couldn't have been any more opposite than I was. I'm from Long Island. I'm a white guy. I've been in the NFL for 14 years. I've seen it all. I've heard it all. I don't want to hear it anymore. And here is this African-American wide receiver who's from East St. Louis, who's just happy to be out of there and making money, and making really good money. So we go in to play the Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis, and I was the backup quarterback the last year of my career at this time. The kid in front of me gets hurt, so I'm going to go in and play the game. But prior to this game, this wide receiver had missed meetings, and he missed a few practices, and the coach had to make a decision as to whether or not to play him. So they decided that they were going to dress him, but they weren't going to play him, that would be embarrassment enough and that would be torture enough for him that maybe that would wake him up and that he would be better as the season went on. So sure enough, he's pouting on the sideline, and I'm trying to talk to him. Don't worry about it. You'll be okay. We'll get through all this, blah, 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 blah. He doesn't want to hear any of it. As a matter of fact, he doesn't want anything to do with me because he thinks I'm, you know, part of the administration of the Cincinnati Bengals, just trying to get to him to make him understand that, you know, we need you to play here. So sure enough, the guy in front of me gets hurt. I go in to play the second half. And one of our receivers gets hurt, and with third down and about 15, with about 2 minutes to go in the game, we have taken the lead, but we need to further the ball down the field to get a first down to keep the ball away from Peyton Manning. So sure enough, this guy has been pouting and sitting on the sideline literally for over 2.5 hours of the football game, gets thrown into the mix. They send in the play, and the play is directly for him. So now this is where communication really comes into play, and how important it is to look a man in his eyes to make sure that he knows exactly what you want him to do and what you're going to deliver for him. So I looked into his eyes and I said, "Darnay," I said, "this play is for you, and I need you to make this play. If I throw the ball to you, can I count on you to make this catch?" And he says, "I don't know." I said, "I don't need to hear I don't know. Listen, if you make this catch, I'll buy you a Mercedes-Benz tomorrow. Will you actually make the catch?" He goes, "I'll make the catch. Don't worry about it." So sure enough, we snap the ball. I throw the ball down the field. Darnay makes a one-hand circus catch. It was one of the best catches that I had seen that season.